Let's talk about new Instagram insights for 2021 because Instagram insights just got an upgrade. Yes, we have seen lots of updates to Instagram insights in 2021, but this one is actually really useful. In this video, I'm going to show you those new updates and I'm going to share with you what I think are the top statistics that you should be measuring on a regular basis. So whip out your phone and let's get started. But first, if you'd like a digital marketing lesson just like this one in 10 minutes or less per week, don't forget to subscribe to this channel and click the bell, because when you do that, you get a notification each time a new lesson goes live. With any analytics program or social media insights program, it's easy to become overwhelmed. What should you be looking at? What stats are actually important? And the stats that I like to look at are audience growth, relevance of your audience, addressable audience, which is the number of people you're actually reaching rather than the number of people who follow you, and the number of existing followers that you are reaching compared to the number of people who don't follow you already that you're reaching. And that is why I am so excited about this update. For the first time, we can see how many people we reach follow us already compared to the number of people who don't. We can also see that about the people that engage with our content, and we can see how each part of the platform, stories, reels, and the feed, is reaching people in our audience and beyond our audience. So let's go into Instagram and take a look at how you see that. So here we are on the home screen of your Instagram insights. Where do we find this new information? Well, there's a few places. Let's start with accounts reached. And if I scroll down, there you can see it. It's a pie chart that shows me how many people who follow me I've reached and how many people who I don't follow I reached. And below this, I can see which sort of content is reaching more of the people that don't already follow me. And it's quite clearly Reels there. Look at that big white line for Reels, followed by posts. And as expected, stories and live videos. Because the live videos were solo, I'm only reaching my own audience. Secondly, I can go into accounts engaged. So these are the people who have engaged with my content, not just seen it fleetingly in their feeds. And here we've got that pie chart again showing me that actually my followers are engaging more than my non-followers, which is to be expected. Below we can see the types of engagement, but this isn't broken down into followers or non-followers. And the final place we can see this information is actually in the post by post analytics. So if I click into my most recent post and click view insights, firstly, we get the usual information that we can see. If I scroll down, there it is, the pie chart again, where I can see the percentage of followers I reached versus the number of non-followers. So in this case, 18 non-followers and 158 followers. And it will also tell me where those impressions came from. So from the home feed, from hashtags, so we can see it's definitely worth me using hashtags because I picked up 16 views from that, from profile and from other. Why is this important? Why am I so excited about this? You can't grow your audience if you're only reaching your existing followers. So it is a bonus if you're reaching new people. And what you're going to see when you visit your insights, or what most people anyway will see when they visit their insights, is that Instagram Reels are really good for reaching people outside your audience, and Instagram Stories are really bad for reaching people outside your audience. And that doesn't mean you should abandon stories and only use Reels, but use this information strategically. If Reels are reaching more people outside your audience, you want to create Reels that are designed to attract people to become a member of your audience. And you should use stories to nurture your existing audience, and even to sell now that we've got that link sticker. And if you are using Reels and you are reaching a whole lot of new people, but you're not gaining many new followers, there could be a problem. Could it be that when people visit your profile, it says something completely different to what the Instagram Reels were telling people and they're not inclined to follow you? Or could it be that the content isn't really good enough? It doesn't make people want to stay to view more. Is it completely off topic so that when people investigate the rest of your content, they realize, actually, I'm not going to follow this account because it's not about what I thought it would be. To find out the answer, you just need to test a new bio. Have a look at those 9 images or videos at the top of your grid. Are they telling a story of who you are? Or try working on your content. Try niching it a little bit more so that it's always on topic. The second statistic you should look at is your engagement rate. And this is the percentage of the number of people who see your content compared to the number of people who engage with your content. And this is still tricky to measure on Instagram Insights, but I have made a whole video on how you can calculate your engagement rate on Instagram. So after you finished watching this, take a look at that. Why does engagement rate matter? Well, it can tell us if the content that we're putting out is resonating with our audience, even if the algorithms didn't show it to a whole load of people. It'll help you find out what your audience like so that you can create more of that kind of thing. The third statistic you really need to keep an eye on is, are people taking action? So, are people sending you direct messages? Are you getting profile taps? Are people clicking on your other call to action buttons in your profile? Are people clicking your website link? Are you making sales as a result of someone clicking on a shop tab on your Instagram account? Are people clicking your link sticker? These are all the actions that we crave, that we actually want people to take. And find out what content is driving these actions. See if you can work out why that might be an effective piece of content. Is it a fact that you ask people to click the link in your bio? Is it just a really good visual, or have you written an exceptionally good caption? If you can work that out, you know that you need to mix more of that sort of content into your content schedule. What else is new in this update to Instagram Insights October, November 2021? Well, up until now, it's been hard to see your content all in one place. For Reels, for example, you had to go into the Reels tab and click on the insights there. But now it's all in one place under Instagram Insights. Still, it doesn't show us the same statistics for each type of content, but at least you don't have to go all over the place to find out the information that you need. Now you know the statistics that you want to measure. It's important to measure them regularly. I recommend setting aside a time each week that you make a note of those statistics so that you can measure your progress over time.